All right, you guys. So I'm gonna do ombre using the tack-it method, or tack it, not the tack-it method, but using tack-it. Because I'm not gonna rub it off. I'm not doing that. I'm using it like I would use Loctite. So supplies we're gonna need is a cup of water. Tack it over and over, and then this is the concentrate, and this is mixed with some water. Medicine cups, paintbrush, legal paper to catch my glitter, a strainer, some paper towels, baby wipes for cleanup, and then I have my tumblers, which there's 4 of these. Did y'all hear that? Hello. Alright. That was horrible. Okay. So I'm going to try this 2 different ways. I'm going to try the standard when we apply the tack-it and you let it dry clear. And then I'm going to apply the tack-it like I do Mod Podge. And see which way I like better. I'm using tack-it tonight instead of Mod Podge because the tack-it does not dry like the Mod Podge does, and so I'll have more time to work with my ombre. So first things first is I'll take the mixed one and pour a little bit in this cup. And I'm just going to brush it on, and then I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. Okay. So I don't need another paper just yet. So just going to dip and just going to get it on there. I'm not going to worry too much about the lines right now. I just want to get the tack-it on there. And this is the same way I would apply the tack-it if I was going to do the hollow or the metallic chrome look, where I would rub it off. So once it's on there, I'm just going to go back through and I'm going to clean up those harsh lines. And then I just want to make sure that I get the cup completely covered from top to bottom. And get it everywhere. I'm just going to smooth it on there. Alright, and then I'm going to set this one aside to dry. And then I'm gonna go into the next one. And this is an order of 4. This is an order of 4 tumblers. So they're gonna all have the same design. Alright. And then just gonna smooth, get rid of those harsh lines and cover it all the way. So I'm not doing the hollow effect with the tacket. I'm not gonna rub off the glitter. I'm just using it as an adhesive. And then these next 2, I will do just the full concentrate of the tacket, and we'll see what the difference is. So again, kind of thick. Huh, and it's thick. I never really played with the tacket full strength. So just gonna get it on there. And then I'm gonna smooth it all over. So I want it to completely cover my cup. And I'm not going to forget the bottom. Alright. And then I'm going to do this one. I'm also using Tacket Full Concentrate Non-Diluted on this tumbler. So I spray painted it ombre using the colors similar to my glitter colors before I applied the tacket. And I'm just going to smooth this all over. It's pretty thick when it's not diluted. Just want to make sure I completely cover my cup. Alright, I'm going to drop my paintbrush in the water. Alright, and I'm going to go grab a trash can. Hold on. So if you wanted to speed the drying of your tacket, let's say you were going to do the hollow effect, you can use a blow dryer on low setting and it would speed it up. Speed up your drying time. But I let mine naturally air dry. I don't do anything to facilitate the drying. Okay, so the glitters that we're going to use today are going to be Sass & Crafts, formerly known as Yaya's glitter, high flash. It's high flash. And Fiesta glitter garnet, which is a maroon. And then once I get the epoxy on there, I will use Sass & Crafts, formerly known as Yaya's glitter, pearl maroon chunky is what I'm gonna drop over the maroon. Okay, so when I do my ombres, I start with the lighter color first because it's a lot harder to, let's say if you need to fix something, it's harder to cover darker glitter with a lighter color. It's easier to fix and put the darker on top of the light. So I always start with the light colored glitter first. So same way with doing the hollow, I'm just gonna dump some of it in the strainer and then I'm just gonna gently tap and turn. Okay. Now when I want to get down towards the ombre, I'm going to tilt my cup and I'm going to tap. And if you can see, it naturally falls. Okay, so I tap right up. I tap up here and let it fall where there's already glitter. And I'm just tapping slowly. Okay. And then I'm just gonna look and see if there's any spots I need to fill. And I don't want any more of the white to fall on the maroon, so I'm going to tilt it this way. So when it falls, it just falls on the white. And I just want to make sure that I have this top part completely covered. That's what I got so far. And I'm going to go on to the next one. And this is why I'm liking the tacket using ombre. Because if this was Mod Podge, I'd have to immediately go into the maroon. But because I'm using tacket, it's going to stay tacky. And I'm not in that rush to get to it before the Mod Podge dries. Hey, Nicole. So again, lightly tap as I'm turning, and I'm just holding it straight right now. And I just want to make sure I have it all covered. And now I'm going to tilt my cup and I'm going to tap over where there's already glitter, and I'm just going to let gravity do its thing and let it fall. And I'm not tapping hard, just gentle taps. Alright. So make sure I have all the spots. I'm going to tilt it the other way because I don't want any more of the white glitter to go on to the maroon. To the next one, I'm going to do all my white, that way I don't have to worry about contaminating the white. And I'm just tapping and turning. All right, and now I'm going to tilt it down. And I'm going to tap over where there's already glitter, and I'm just going to let gravity drop. Okay. And then I'm going to do the last one. So this is the full tacket, not diluted tacket. Same thing. I'm going to tap and turn. And I think I'm going to like the diluted tacket because I can see brush lines. Like, I don't think it's going to be noticeable in the glitter. It doesn't look like, but I can see it on the cup. And I can't see that with the tacket that's diluted. Alright, I'm going to tilt it down and I'm going to tap over where there's glitter, and I'm just going to let it naturally fall. Alright. I didn't get a brush to dry brush. If you get a wider mesh strainer, it will work. You just have to get a wider mesh, not the tiny mesh. Now let's do the garnet. All right. So this is a cup where the tacket was diluted. So I'm just gonna tap. And I'm tapping and turning. Okay. And now I'm going to tilt and I'm going to tap and let me go this way. And I'm going to let gravity do its thing. So glitter won't stick to glitter, but it will stick where there is available space for tacket. Okay. Oh crap. So I'm not going to tap this over this paper because I don't want to mix my maroon. So I'm just going to move it out of the way. And I'm going to tap like this. Alright, so that's what it looks like right now. And then when I dry brush, these pieces up here are going to come off. So let's go to the next one. And I got my strainer from Dollar Tree. So, just gonna turn and tap. I want to get full coverage down here. Alright, and then I'm going to tilt and I'm going to tap where there's glitter and I'm just going to let gravity pull the glitter down. I'm used to turning the other way. And I'm just holding it up high. Okay. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. And that one's good. Put this up here. Alright, and I'm going to return this maroon to the container because the paper is getting heavy. I don't want to drop and spill. Alright, go on to the third one. Thanks, Chastity. and tap and turn. So if you notice where I want it to be all maroon, no ombre, I'm tapping a lot closer to the cup. And when I do my ombre, I'm going to come further away. All right. Move this aside, and then knock off the excess glitter. That in there. And we're going to do the last one. So tap and turn. Tap and turn. So where I want it, was it more dense? Is that the right word? I'm going to tap close to the cup. And then when I want to do my ombre, I'm going to tap a little further away. So I'm going to tilt my cup. And I'm going to tap and turn. And I'm going to let gravity pull the glitter down. Sorry, I should have turned it the other way. So I'm tapping over where there's already glitter, and it's just gonna fall off and do its own natural ombre thing. All right. So I'm gonna move this aside, and then I'm gonna tap, because I don't want to contaminate my all maroon, because you can't tell, but there's pieces of white glitter that falls. All right, so there's that one. Now, so like, I like how the maroon fell right here. I really like that. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm not gonna dry brush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray seal this the way it is, because I really like it. Just like it is. Can y'all see that? So I'm just gonna spray it, I think. But we'll dry brush one, because I can fix it with Loctite. We'll dry brush one and we'll see what it looks like, so I can show you guys what it'll actually look like. Dry brush. Because like, if I do an ombre and I'm really happy with how it looks before I dry brush, I'll go ahead and seal it the way it is, and then after I seal it, I'll give it a good brushing, And I had to get the brush. Hold on. Okay, so I use 2 different sealers, well 3. The Rust-Oleum Crystal Clear, the Rust-Oleum 2 times clear and matte. I use the matte and the clear, and I also use Krylon Triple Thick. I don't use them all at the same time. I use the Triple Thick clear glaze when I can find it. When I have like a bunch of different colors I definitely don't want to cross, I'll spray this really good. And like with this ombre, I'll just use the Rust-Oleum Crystal Clear or the 2 times clear. Yes, I'm using Tack It, and it just stays sticky. Okay, so let's dry brush. So when I dry brush, normally I go like this. I'm not going to do that because I don't want the maroon glitter to contaminate. So I'm just going to go like this. So dry brushing just gets rid of any stray or loose pieces of glitter that can mess things up. So when the epoxy goes on, you don't want it to move around. So let's dry brush. Let me do the bottom. And barely anything fell off, which is awesome. All right. So I'll show it closer. You can see the white glitter and the maroon. It's like a really perfect mix. I'm gonna take pictures so you guys can see later. It's like perfect. And yeah, it's just gonna be 1 coat of glitter. I don't have to do 2 coats. I don't know who. Angela. It's just 1 coat. I really like the Tack It method, and I also like the epoxy method. We'll see. The Tack It method works really well. I just don't like having to mix the epoxy, so I think this will probably be my go-to. Because I mean, and it, like when I epoxied before, it laid down smooth after 1 layer of epoxy, and I could go ahead and decal on 1 layer of epoxy using the Tack It method. I mean, it looks great, y'all. Where's that? That perfect combination of the maroon and white. Okay. So I'm just dry brushing. And like with this, if there's anything I want it to fix, which I'm not going to fix anything. Y'all, using the strainer really offsets this ombre. Like, it makes the ombre perfect, like almost perfect every time. So, Chastity, I'm going to spray this with Sealer, not tonight, because it's cold and I don't spray in the house. I spray outside. But so immediately I would dry brush, I would spray with Sealer, let the Sealer dry for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, if I was paying attention to the time, and then I would epoxy. So it goes really fast. It's like using Loctite if you've ever glittered with Loctite. It's from one step to the next, which is another reason why I like the Tack It. Because even with Loctite, it'll dry out fast sometimes. And base coating your cups with similar colored paint to your glitter is so important. That really helps to be able to do one layer of glitter. But if I wanted to touch anything up, what I would do is, oh, guess what? I'm going to put this in a little baggie. Yeah, I just had a moment, y'all. I'm going to put this in a little baggie, and it can be the start of a plaid, a maroon and white plaid. All right. All right, so I like the diluted method of using the Tack It because I can kind of see the brush strokes here. And this was the one where the Tack It was full on. All right, y'all, Tack It ombre using a Tack It mix, and it's more Tack It than water, you guys. It's not 50-50. I don't know exactly, but it's more Tack It than water. And a strainer to tap. Helps. I mean, y'all, these are beautiful ombres. And then, like, if I didn't want all this straight up there, when I tapped, I would have been more careful about how I tapped. If I just wanted, like, my ombre to just be here. But I like the way it goes up there. I just want to, I don't know, I always make sure I give it a really good dry brush. Some people don't even seal after a dry brush. I don't trust my glitters like that. So I'll always seal. Yeah, Cheryl, I like using similar colors. And it doesn't have to be exact. Like that, the base of my spray painted, the maroon, it was more red than it was maroon. But it's, if you can get a similar color, it helps you to use a lot less glitter, and it helps to hide any imperfections on your glitter application. And a good rule with them, like if you have just white or black, white is for lighter glitters, black is for darker color glitters. But I have a bunch of different colors, and I try to stick with a spray paint that's similar. All right, so that was it for that. I'm gonna end this live because I want to post this on YouTube, and then I'm gonna come back because I have a solid color tumbler I need to do, and then a purple ombre that I need to do. So I'll be right back.